If you haven't looked at my first video on how to clean NES cartridges, you may want to go back and read it because they're going to be using some of the same chemicals from that video on this one. But today I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble and repair the connector on the side-loading NES system. This one right here. This one's main problem was that the connector inside of here would get worn out. Now, what I'm going to show you to do is A, how to replace it, or B, how to even restore the one that's in there. So I hope this will help. And a little disclaimer, follow each step carefully and watch the entire video before you proceed with this. Because if you just jump right in, you may miss something at the end of the video that maybe you should have paid attention to. So again, watch the whole video before you proceed. Let's start with an inventory list of things you'll need in order to complete this project. In order to complete this project, you will need brass polish, the alcohol solution that I mentioned in the first video, another 72-pin connector, although this right here is not necessarily necessary, but does make things a whole lot easier, a flathead screwdriver, a small one, a small Phillips head, and an old cotton t-shirt. The first thing you'll need is a clean workspace. Nothing makes things easier than actually having the space to lay out your screws and parts. And you'll need the NES and the Phillips head screwdriver. First thing you want to do is take out these screws here. There should be 6 screws. Set those screws off to the side. Gently remove the bottom of the NES. Set the cover off to the side. You'll now have to take out the following screws. There, 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 down in there, 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 and there. From that step, there should be a total of 8 screws. Set those off to the side. Remove the top shielding. Set off to the side. Now, that connector right there is what you're after. Now, all the screws you've removed so far have all been the same except for these two. Right there, the silver one, and the other silver one. Do not forget, they're not the ones in the back, but the ones in the front of the connector. Go ahead and take this screw, and this screw out on both sides. Should be a total of 4 normal screws that you've taken out that look like the rest, and 2 silver screws that look longer than the rest. Set the 2 silver screws off to the side. Gently remove the cover. Now this may take a little finessing because you have to slide it off, like so. It has to come off that way. That is the carrier case. Set that off to the side. Your next step is taking the actual board out. To do this, there's 1 screw inside of there that has to come off. Now your board is loose. At this point, you want to flip it over and remove the back shielding, this part right here. Now the shielding is still going to be wrapped around these wires, so gently nudge it around the cables, or actually, smart people actually just remove them. like so. Those two connectors should be the only ones you'd have to remove. Those two are joystick ports. Leave one of them connected so you don't get them mixed up. Now that that's done, there's your 72-pin connector. In order to get this out, it takes a little bit of effort, but you just slide that right off. Now your next step is going to involve some cleaning. For that, you'll need your cleaner. I've got my alcohol, my Brasso, my cotton t-shirt. What you're going to be cleaning is this connector right here. Now it's not that dirty because I've just replaced mine not too long ago, but while I've got it apart, I'll go ahead and clean it again just for demonstrative purposes. Go ahead and add a little bit to the connector. That should be plenty. Take your cotton t-shirt and gently start scrubbing both sides before getting in the connector. If you look, that's the corrosion that's coming off. Now, here's the thing about this connector. I don't know if it's just the material it's made out of or what, but you can keep pulling that black stuff off forever, no matter how much grass polish you put on there. From what I understand, there are users I've read on the internet that keep doing this, and keep doing this, and keep doing this, and they just keep pulling off black stuff. I advise just doing it once or twice. I'm only going to do it once because I've cleaned it recently. But just do it once, twice, maybe 3 times at most, and then that be it. Now that we've gotten that clean Brasso, you want to take your alcohol and put just a little bit on your t-shirt. So, a clean spot. And wipe off the connector. This removes any residue that Brasso may have left behind. Then you take a clean part of the towel and wipe again. That removes any residue the alcohol left behind. And there you go. The connector is now clean.